hello. Okay, a message just came up. I'm not sure what that is. Y'all, I just wanted to come on here very quick just to walk for y'all to walk with me. As I do my nightly check to come on in for the night. This is really what I do in the evening time. Well, today was a day that I cooked. I got to do a little bit better with planning since I've been going back into the office, but I cooked today. I just put out a video about yesterday evening walkthrough. I got this is my spray that I make, y'all. I'm not sure what's going on with the mosquitoes. I've been researching it. It's a couple things that um, I'm gonna try just for the garden. It's like they swarm me every time that I go out, but I'm just gonna take y'all with me as we walk through the garden. Let me tell y'all what happened last night. This was so unexpected. So if y'all know me, you know that I am all the time watching the weather. I'm looking at the weather app. I'm seeing what the forecast is going to be for the next few days. And I knew that we had rain coming, but I still had to water a lot of our container plants. And so yesterday I came outside, I did a harvest. I just put the video up. And so um, I was like, okay, when I get home today, it was probably about a 30% chance. But I said, okay, I've been putting on my raised bed, the irrigation that's automatic, but I knew I was going to have to start watering like some of the containers that are here. A lot of the containers that are over, the small herb containers that we got that are over on the side, I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do that. This was not in the forecast, y'all. So last night, probably about 2 in the morning, it was thunder, the wind, and when I was driving home today, it was some damage to, I seen like a few trees that had split. Um, and a big branch was in our yard. Some branches are out in the back, but this was not in the forecast. And I'm like, look at this spider right here. And I'm like, what is going where did this come from? So that was nowhere in the forecast. Now, over the next few days, we are supposed to receive rain. And I told y'all, I know a lot of people here in the Atlanta area was like, they're tired of the rain. It seems like 40 days, 40 nights. Now, while I was not able to get out like I wanted to, I also knew that the rain was helping me, especially as I adjust to my new schedule. Now I still have to go. I need to come out here. So I'm just taking y'all along with me because I'm going to have to get a game plan for this weekend, like what all that I really, really, really needs to get done. What all I need to get planted. I want to harvest some basil. So this is just a quick walkthrough just to kind of get my thoughts together and to write down all of the things that I would like to do over the next few days. Now, make sure, hello Izzy, how are you? Make sure that you go watch the video after the one that we just put up after I get off live. See, look at this branch right here, y'all. I'm telling you, I heard the wind like back in the back. I heard the wind. I was like, where is this storm coming from? And it was some stuff in the front. But yesterday, what we ended up doing is we ended up harvesting cucumbers from this plant over here. We also harvested from these two plants over here, but that's not it. Now, I'll show y'all real quick because we're just doing a walkthrough, y'all. It's nothing like official what we're talking about. This is what I do in the evening after I've kind of catch my breath. Now, why my eucalyptus plant down here like this? After I've kind of caught my breath, cooked, did all of that, I come out here with my spray and I just do a quick walkthrough. Now, over the weekend, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick these because I'm actually going to make some fermented pickles because I got my deal and we're going to do fermented. The fermented is this is like my third year making fermented pickles. I started right before we got ready to move in Savannah. But we also do like the quick deal pickles too with vinegar. But the fermented pickles are just like water and salt. So we're going to harvest some of those. Now, again, after this video, y'all go look at the other one. We harvested a lot of the cherry tomatoes from this bed right here. And as I was looking at this bed, I was like, okay, you got to come and you got to deadhead the lavender. This is the fern leaf lavender that we started from seed. I like it. It has a very strong fragrance, a different fragrance than the typical lavender. It's not a bad fragrance, but it's really strong. Like you'll know it. But I see that some new buds are coming, so I want to go ahead and I want to deadhead this. I really do like it. It's just a couple things that maybe I would like to change about it, with the way that the blooms grow, if anything. But I do like it, and I started it from seed. So yesterday we harvested from this bed. We harvested cucumbers from this bed. Now we got lots of tomatoes that are coming in. These are going to be my canning tomatoes right here. I want to say these are Roma or either San Marzano. It's a canning tomato. I got to look at my tag wherever that is. And we also have some eggplants that are going to be coming in too. So one of the things that I want to do, so this is what I do when I come outside. So I tell myself, okay, you need to deadhead these dahlias so that you can get new dahlia blooms. So the secret to keeping blooms all season long is you got to continue to deadhead. So we're going to take these off, and you see that we got more coming. But in actuality, by me letting them stay on this plant, it's still taking some energy away from like new blooms. So we're going to get that done. I always say cucumbers, tomatoes, eggplants, those are heavy feeders. So we've been feeding this side over here. I got to continue over there, on the other side. So we did that. So one of the things that I want to do, and I'll probably go back and look at this video, is deadhead my dahlias. I've been letting some things get out of control. Like I really got to get my clips up, and I have to just kind of clip these up. I'm going to pull the calendula. Calendula for us here in Georgia, Zone 8A, they really do better in the spring and the fall. And I don't want those to break. I think this is a black cherry tomato. Yeah, I really got to do better with labeling. Yesterday, I pulled some things out of here. So the reason why this bed looks like this is because I want to save seeds. This is the deal. Yeah, the wind was real bad last night because the deal was standing straight up. And it was I'm telling you, it was, I saw on my phone where it said a lot of people lost power, like in the Georgia area. But see now, y'all know when I save seed, I really like for it for as long as possible to save dry on the plant. I've just noticed myself better germination. Now I'm gonna get these off because if I don't, I guarantee you in fall I'm gonna have a lot of dill volunteers to come up. I promise you. Same thing with the arugula. I wanted the arugula to dry on the plant, the seed pods, as much as possible. This is why I left this bed right here. I try to, when my intention is to save seeds, I try to let it stay on the plant and dry as long as possible. And we were getting so much rain. And so when we got the rain, the seed pod stayed wet. Hey, Shirley, how are you? Seed pod stayed wet, but I know we're supposed to get rain, but hopefully it'll be a little bit warm tomorrow. It won't rain overnight. I checked my app. I checked my app last night, y'all, and I'm telling you about 2 or 3 o'clock, it just came through. But now that these seed pods are dry, I'm going to go ahead. Even if I can't harvest them right now, I have a brown paper bag. I'll just cut them and I'll put them upside down in the brown paper bag until I can harvest them and store them. And we're going to do the same for dill. I got to do this because I will have so many dill volunteers down here. And so let's walk through this way as well. This is what I got to do, y'all. Really quick, let's go over here. So these are my containers. So this is the salvia. The bees love these, but do you see how it's growing new growth at the bottom. So midsummer. So I do this in late winter. I do this in midsummer so that I can have fall color in the garden as well. So what I do so it doesn't look like this is I cut back this long one and I'll cut it down to like this stem right here. I wish I had my scissors, but we'll cut that down. And so that way by fall time, they'll grown up, the salvia will have grown and it'll look like this. This was the trailing vinca that I had bought, just impromptu, had no business buying it. Illumination vinca, but it'll get kind of like a variegated foliage. And then I have some dreamland zinnias that I'm going to put in here. I'm not going to put those, but let's go over here really quick. We got Cosmos and Alyssum that we planted from seed. And then these are more Cannon tomatoes. I really want to say these are San Marzano, maybe Roma. It's one of the two, y'all. But those are coming on, if you can see as well too, right here. So we just gonna just feed this bed. This is what we're gonna do. Gonna feed the bed, and we're gonna also try to get these cherry tomatoes just a little tamed. And when I say tamed, just kind of trellis. I got clips that I put on here. You see, that's what I got. But I got to get more and put them up so that they don't fall like this because like I shared in the video, y'all, that I want you to go watch after we get off the live, these were supposed to be patio type tomatoes that we just harvested. And y'all see, I looked at the label and I was like, okay, they don't need really tall plant supports. So I put these plant supports up here and they done came all out. So we just gonna let them do what they want to do this summer. And I just keeping an eye. So we found a big tomato hornworm, but I don't know. I'm like, are these leaves changing or what are they? What are they doing? But I guess they're okay. I'm just really, this is why I come out around this time because a lot of pests and whatever that be going on. But I come out before it get dark now. A lot of stuff that be going on. It comes out about the evening time. And this is why I say, you know, nobody's perfect in the garden. Just do what you can. Don't worry about it because y'all, I didn't let this cucumber get way, way, way too far. But all this, it's not all gone. We still gonna use it. I don't care if I don't do anything but juice it. But let me show you. So these are called Sweet Success. This is what you consider a burpless cucumber. A lot of people can't eat cucumbers because it gives them a lot of like gas, indigestion. So this is the burpless cucumber, but I'm not ashamed to show y'all. I'm gonna show you. Y'all, I didn't let this one get, no, this one I am. I can't use this one, but look, y'all, don't judge me. Look at this. This is like huge. They're only supposed to get about 10 to, that one's big too. Now I will cut this up and maybe put this in like cucumber water, or I'll juice this one right here. But this one has so many cucumbers on here as well. But this one, this too big. This is just too big. But it's called Sweet Success and it's a burpless one. And I specifically grew it because I hear a lot of my family members say that they like cucumbers, but they can't. Hello, Rebecca, how are you? But they can't really eat it because they get gas or they get indigestion. So I'm like, okay, because I juice a lot of cucumbers too, as well. But this, I specifically bought this at a nursery about 20 miles, no, 20 minutes away from here because it was like a fundraiser for the high school. All proceeds went to the high school. And I like it. I said I would grow it again. This one is getting a little bit bigger. Now, these are not the snacking cucumbers like I just showed you. These are more of like your full size type cucumbers, but it's a lot on here. Getting big. I see two that are just way big. And a lot of times they get really seedy. Now, what I was talking about with the salvia in that container, I'm going to do the same for this one. This is how I have fall blooms as well. Pollinators are probably going to get upset with me when they come out here and they see that the blooms are gone. But again, if you see them at the base, so I could have it just continue to grow up and look like that. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. So the main thing that we just talked about, and I gotta start limiting myself to how much I can do in a time period, because I will put down like 10, 15 things, y'all, and then I'm like, get upset with myself when I don't finish them. So we're going to start off with just 5, and then we're going to get that done. So the main thing is we want to feed again, especially our tomatoes as they're coming on. Tame the tomatoes on the other side. I started last weekend taming these right here, and this is the clips that I'm talking about. So I did prune these leaves back a little bit at the bottom. If you could see, I pruned those back. But this one is called, I'm gonna see about this one, because I don't know, it's called Rapunzel. And when you look at it, when you look at the tag, I did keep this one. When you look at this tag, you thinking, oh, I'm finna get about, look at that, y'all, look at all those tomatoes. But as I'm looking at how they're forming, I mean, they forming like cherry tomatoes, but not like that picture. But what I did was just clip these up like this to the trellis, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So a lot of times I like to train things, but for probably about the first 14 days of June here in the Atlanta area, it was rain every day. And I know people was complaining, but I was like, I'm not gonna complain, because I have a lot of small containers that I have been watering. And so I didn't complain. Now the wind, and I tried to use bamboo sticks. This is another. That's why I say sometimes when a plant really, really, really likes where it is, it doesn't matter. Like these were seriously not supposed to get this tall, this big. This is like a yellow cherry tomato. But they weren't supposed to get, I think, no more than 12 to 18 inches. And so I had told myself, I said, well, I'll just take the bamboo stakes. I don't need to put supports because it's not going to get tall. I'll just take those and I will just stake them. But with the wind that we've had, probably like a couple times, we had really strong wind. I staked them up, but that's okay. They're going to be all right. Got a lot of tomatoes growing here. And one thing about tomatoes, when you're waiting on them, y'all, they are like slow as molasses. They take their own time, and they don't care about how many times you keep coming out to look at them. They will change when they get ready. But see how I got to come back in and stake this up. Now, this bed I already cut back. This was the salvia. This is what is nothing in here. This is what I've been using to feed the tomatoes and the cucumbers right here. I'm out, but I got another one that is in the garage. Um, and so these I want to say are, so we're growing jalapeno and we're growing cayenne pepper. Now I grow cayenne pepper to put a little bit in my juice, honey, not to be eaten like that, because I put a little bit in my juices this week. And when I drunk them, I was like, now see, you done went a little bit too heavy on this cayenne pepper. And that was from last season's cayenne pepper. And y'all, cayenne pepper has a warming effect. I started getting hot, and I was like, see, you didn't put too much in there. You gotta come back. Now I sent some peppers and tomatoes and cucumbers with Chris to give to some family. And so last night I harvested just a few of the banana peppers, but we still got a few more coming. And if you're just coming in, make sure, if you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button, y'all. That lets YouTube know we're live, and it'll send it out to more. And just basically what I'm doing right now is just doing a little garden walk. What do I need to get? When I come out here, I'm like, what's a priority? What can wait, and what seriously needs to get done? So I'm thankful for that rain that came. It was thundering out here, so I think some more rain may come. I think it was like a 40% chance. But it's helped me, because the hibiscus, y'all, that was a lot of rain last night, because this was empty. Look at this. That's probably about, what, an inch or two? I don't know, but let me tell you, this about to get poured out, because these mosquitoes, this container can use some water right here. I try not to have no standing water, because I was looking at something. I'm not gonna get into it. I was looking at something on YouTube. It was a live about mosquitoes and what's going on with them. We'll talk about that later. We ain't gonna talk about it now. But I try not to have any any standing water. These are our walking onions. I am going to harvest these, y'all. Let me tell you. So, what walking onions are supposed to do is they'll root. You can forever have walking onions. And this one is already, this is how I make new plants. Like, I'm going to take these apart and we have new ones. But what I wanted to do is take them off, of them that don't look like this. So the ones that haven't started growing yet, because that's what I did last season. So I took these last season dry and then just made new ones like that, and then we sold those. But we may try to dry them. Y'all know I always have to test, dry them for a little while, plant them in soil again, and test, like, see if they come back up, so that way we can offer the bulbs to you all as well. But I got to test that one. Right now, we are offering them alive if you stay in the Atlanta area right here. But these are like really good. Like, this is already growing. I just have to take these apart. That's why I keep a lot of these 6-packs over here. Like, I'll keep a lot of these, and that's what I do. Like, I'll take plants and make new plants, and either we'll give them away or we'll sell them that type of way. But a lot of people really like to get into walking onions, so we've had a lot of sales on that. Another thing that I'm going to do, y'all, is I got to start getting rid of some of these empty pots. Let's just be on. Let's just walk back here. I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm gonna show y'all and that's why I tell you, everything that you see online, stuff don't be perfect. It don't. But I got a lot of empty pots back here. Look how the wind, y'all. Look how the wind and blew my stuff over. Oh my God. Let me take my I got to take my reading glasses off. But I'm telling y'all, last night, Chris was like, I ain't hear nothing. And I'm like, Chris, you didn't see, these didn't even get watered because they got knocked over by the wind. But I was like, Chris, you didn't hear the thunder, the rain. Like, it rained really hard. But because of this, the wind knocked it over. Like, these plants didn't even get water at all. So I got to come out here. See, this is why I do a walkthrough. So I got to come out here and I have to water. I have to water these right here. Let me just pick this stuff up. And I'm going to get rid of, like, just some of these empty pots, some of these plants that are not coming back. Oh my gosh. Let me show y'all what we're going to harvest this weekend. I always have to wait until the morning time. I like to do it sometimes in the evening too, but I just found in the morning it's so great. So y'all know holy basil. This is like my favorite. We offered these loose leaf herbs last year. Holy basil sold out. I think the only one we have that's half off right now is like the lemongrass. But we'll be having a fresh batch of that and also the lemon verbena. But this is, like, I always, before I even offered online, I always make a tincture with this. This is what helps me relax at night. Right here, this plant, the holy basil. I can either make it as a tea, but a lot of times I'll make it as a tincture and I'll put a few drops like in my water, and it will just really relax me and get me right on off to sleep. So I encourage y'all, when I put it online, to just try it as a tea and let me know. Or just put it in the comments, like, if you've tried it before. Let me know. Like, it really, for me, this one and lemon balm over here, we're gonna harvest some more of that. Like, these are game changers over here. And that's why I always say, I would be selfish if I sit up here and I didn't offer these to y'all. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. You know, a lot of times we can buy herbs online and they might have been sitting in a warehouse, or they may have been somewhere, harvested somewhere, and you don't know how they were harvested, how long they've been there. But this right here, what we offer online, this is where it's grown, and it's grown each season. Like I said, lemongrass is the only one from last season, but we're gonna harvest some more of that. But and you've like, like, I'm serious about my plants. If y'all know me, you know I'm real serious. I'm serious about when I plant stuff, when I harvest stuff, how I harvest it, how I process it, how I dry it. And the same thing is going to go with some of our culinary herbs too. So this weekend, let's put that on there too. This week, we're going to harvest our holy basil because I want to get several cuttings out of this. The more with herbs, the good thing about herbs, the more you harvest, the more bushier it'll get and the more it will put out right here. Now, let me tell y'all what happened Saturday. I'm okay with it now. I was a little bit upset. So, we've been working